It's not a halftime show. There's, we go to a marching band competition and there's a crowd of people sitting there in the stands that are there to see marching band. They're there to see our kids.
New opportunity. We're gonna pretend that rep didn't happen. Set.
Marching band, in a lot of ways, it's like going through a war together. Every single person needs to be bought in and needs to take ownership of the product. They just learn that concept of teamwork and cohesiveness right out of the gate.
Ladies and gentlemen, you ready to go put this thing on the field? Yeah! Good. Choose right over there. Ready, go.
Shake us. Shake us.
Girls on the plate, second and set.
Marching band is one of those things where you bring 130, 150 people.
Let's go. 10, hut. Hoots, ready, up.
That all have their individual lives and everything going on, and you bring it into one place, and you are one person. You're one big moving machine.
We start with the fundamentals, and we start with the fundamentals every year. So by the time you're a senior, you'll have learned how to march with appropriate technique 4 times, starting from the bottom.
Think about your next move. That will be the direction of your +1. Set!
Day 1 or day 2 of band camp, we have a strictly visual rehearsal where students are learning how to move their feet the right way, how to carry themselves. And then we have a totally separate music rehearsal where they're learning show music, where they're learning warm-ups, where they're becoming better musicians. And it's probably a good 3 or 4 days before we even attempt to layer those responsibilities on top of each other.
I'm going to give you a 30-minute break right now. 6 o'clock, we start on the field. Thank you, guys. Ready, break?
What? Is this F to G?
This is F to G, yes. Thank you.
We can probably, depending if the smoke clears out and we can be outside tomorrow, we'll be able to have all of opener and all of Ellen on the field. What do you guys think? Yeah? Wow. How are we going to pull off a marching season inside? We are. We'll figure it out. Getting into band camp, it's all about that, just buying into the show design. Because if the kids really 100% understand what they're trying to do from the very beginning, then they have an easier time. If they can hear it and if they can see it, then they can buy in, and we'll just have a successful season. So.
So what you're gonna do instead of opening up to get that, you're gonna just turn your wrist.
It's such a complicated show that you just need more time. You need more time, and so hence why the percussion meets a week earlier than everybody else along with the color guard, and then the whole band meets 2 weeks before school starts, and it's just go, 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 go. Technically, that's where, we're white trim here on the side, and then black in here. So you'll have the mellophones come out kind of towards the center. The biggest component, I would say, attributes our success with marching band is the leadership, the student leadership within the group. Because if we didn't have strong student leadership, we wouldn't get anything done.
Like the higher and lower parts were kind of separating a bit, and I felt like a lot of time kind of lost there.
So all the work we put into, we know there's a final result to it. Putting in the hours and hours that we do during band camp and hours after school for practice. At competitions, it's worth it when we can place and go up against other bands and show what we have to offer.
I just addressed it. Choose to do it right the first time. Same thing.
In marching band, everyone is on the same team and we're all working together to get the final result of our show.
So our attacks don't sound clean if our releases aren't clean. So make sure you guys, 44, everybody clap for me on that release. Ready, go. 1, 2. Yep, and that's why that sounded horrible. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1. Nope, still sounds bad. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right, now play it. 44. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Do it again. Have a good lunch. Good work this morning.
So we do the slow 12, and then we do the fast.
It motivates students to be really the best that they can.
Right where the 14 start.
Okay.
Squad feet. 14, 14.
You know, you've got freshmen standing next to seniors. It's not like there's a varsity and a JV. It's everybody's a starter. Every single person has roles, has a role and responsibility that nobody else can do. It's theirs, and there is no guy standing behind them on the bench waiting to take that spot.
Don't let the music diminish what you're doing visually. We're stacking multiple responsibilities now, and you guys have to be able to achieve that at a relatively high level. Yeah? You must be physical musicians, yeah? Music is a physical thing. You've got to take in air to spend air, and you've got to engage your core.
With band, we are basically as strong as our weakest link, because if you've got 100 individuals that are marching with perfect technique and like executing their music to the best of their ability, and then you've got one individual who may be out of step once or twice, or who may not quite hit those high notes, or maybe forgot a part of their music, the judges are going to instantly notice that person. So we as a team are more focused on how we can support other people who we notice are struggling versus how we can make our performance absolutely perfect. It's more important to find those weak links and try to bring them up to kind of where your level is, so that everyone, it's like an equal playing field.
Great work today, folks. It's going to be a great season. Walk up the moves. Let the snares go first. Absolutely.
Spending time with your section and the rest of the band, you really get to know them and you create a bond that is really special. It's really special.
I always tell the kids going into high school, it is the best way to start off. Biggest thing, leave today feeling good and complimenting somebody else on your way out. School hits, and it's not this scary thing anymore. You have a bunch of people you recognize, you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of people that have your back. How we get better as an ensemble is not talent and everything like that, it's sense of belonging. We gotta make sure that as an ensemble we grow together and feel like we belong to this awesome thing that we have going.
We'll see you right back.
Band is not a team. Band is a family. We spend hours after school together and have like this super strong bond that you are not going to find in any other team or club you participate in.
Make that super noticeable. The people you see before you are your seniors. They have poured their blood, sweat, and tears, literally most of them, into this activity. To say we'll miss you is an understatement. Seniors, thank you for everything. This is your last run through on this field. Let's kill it. Yeah. Okay. Go say goodbye to your seniors. Go.
You're putting in hours and hours of work and blood and sweat and tears. By the time you get to that last rehearsal and have that realization of this is it, this is the end of my time in this activity, brings out the emotion in students. It's a family.
Set it up for a full run through. Ladies and gentlemen, really fantastic work this season. That is such a fun show you've created. And regardless of what happens this weekend in terms of scores and numbers and good run-throughs, bad run-throughs, you need to know that this is a show that people are going to talk about for a long time. It's a new standard for this group going forward. That's awesome. That is so cool.
It's not marching down the street in a straight line. It is a musical, athletic, activity. It is something that there's not anything like it out there. It's really fun to walk into school on day one and have 100 friends already. It's a family.
Got your attention?
I didn't know what I was getting into at first, but I completely enjoy every moment of it, and I'm sad that the season, my senior year, is over.
The biggest goal is, for me, just having fun. Building important, solid relationships and building those memories that you're gonna walk out of high school and you're gonna remember all 4 shows that you marched when you were in high school because you had those experiences that just changed your life.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. We have the whole show on the field. You guys, it looks incredible. It sounds incredible. We're ready for tomorrow, okay? Beautiful job. Proud of you guys. We'll see ya.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime enjoyment, please welcome the Mount Spokane Marching Band and Color Guard.
all the people watching you and like looking at you, it's crazy. It's a lot of pressure. The rain coming down, it made it so difficult the first few moves to march on the tarp because it was so slippery. Having the rain was definitely a challenge, but we pulled through and we didn't let it stop us.
Seeing those kids come off of the field completely drenched, you know, everybody should be just, I'm done with this, you know? Kids came off and they were completely soaked, and so many smiles and so much high fives, so much hugging, and they were so stoked, and I was too.
This is why I've spent endless and countless hours practicing. This is why I've been here out on this marching band field for so long trying to get this darn technique right. This is why I do this. It's an amazing experience.
In finals, we ended up finishing second, which was really cool for our kids. We had beaten groups that had beaten us earlier on in the year, so to see that steady improvement through the season was really a validation that we were, doing the right things and that our show was kind of special in that way. It was something that students really bought into, and over the course of the season didn't really stall out on. They kept pushing and kept improving.
Blessed are the persecuted, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
I love the way this school district approaches not just marching band, but music. It's smart. And you can tell that a lot of thought was put into it.
The Mead School District is so incredibly supportive of band and of the arts in general.
We wouldn't have marching band without community support. There are so many people, countless hours, our bandstand, all of our parents involved. It's just, it comes down to hundreds of people.
At the end of the day, it's let's give these students something to be proud of. Let's give them an opportunity to be really successful about something they're really passionate about. We couldn't do it without the Mead School District.